want to talk a little bit today about a Metallica tune. Metallica has a lot of great, especially acoustic type intros to some of their songs. This is, of course, Nothing Else Matters. It opens up with just a straight arpeggio on an E minor chord, which is a bunch of open strings. Then it brings in this little melody. So on the sixth, it's in 6/8 time, more or less. There's a couple little odd things to that, but the first couple of measures are just straight 6/8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the third or fourth measure, after a couple of those, the melody starts. Now what happened right there is on the 6th, 8th note of probably the fourth measure, I'm going to do it here in the second measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, the arpeggio is just going thumb, index, middle, ring, middle, index, going from string 6, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Got that? A lot of numbers to process at the same time. Anyway, so a very simple 6/8 arpeggio, much like we had in House of the Rising Sun. But the melody that we got to get to here starts off with a B on the 6th, 8th note of that measure. So the measure that starts the melody is a pickup to the melody. It goes like this. Now the next measure starts with a pinch on that same high B. I'm at the 7th fret of the first string. I'm doing this with my first finger now. There's a few options as to what fingers you use, but the simple way to do it is with your first. And now at the beginning of the next measure, you pinch that note with the 6th string in the bass. So that's a low E in the bass and a high B at the same time. Followed by the 2nd string and the 3rd string. Then you hit the high B again and pull it off kind of quickly. It could sound like this. You could do it a little bit slower. This is the kind of thing that every time the people in the band play it, it comes out a little bit different. You could tell by listening to a live version. But anyway, or it could be a little more drawn out like this. Back to the 6th string, the 3rd and the 2nd. Now you hit that note at the 7th fret of the 1st as a pair of notes with the open 2nd string. Move to the 8th fret, and now a hammer on and a slide down. A little tricky. Now it goes to an A minor chord. Anyway, I'll finish this lesson over at totallyguitars.com, but I'll run through the whole thing again one more time very slowly. Anyway, come visit us at Totally Guitars and I'll talk through that whole thing at lessons that we have there. We've got a lot of free lessons and looking for input from people out there as to songs you'd like me to address and things like that. So come visit us at Totally Guitars and we'll continue with that lesson and Nothing Else Matters.